Hi guys, Andy here. I have here the Samsung Galaxy S5, the HTC One M8 and the Sony Xperia Z2. I've got them all at the same time. I'm very lucky, so I'm going to be doing some comparison videos and comparing them, a whole variety of different things to see which one comes up trumps, I suppose, comes up tops. Today though, we're going to be taking a bit of a look at the HTC One M8. I'm not a big fan of HTC, if I'm honest. It started off good with the original Nexus. The Desire was pretty good, but then I think we went on to the Desire HD and the Z and Desire Z. That is, sorry. And I really lost a lot of faith in HTC. I thought the build quality was very poor in both those devices. Fast forward on, and we get to the One X. That was a pretty good device. The build quality I thought was much better. It was a fairly solid phone. And then last year we had the HTC One, and again I actually quite liked it. It was very, very smooth. There were just a few odd design flaws which didn't suit me, myself. And we'll see how I get on with the M8, because a lot of the design of the M8 is very similar, if not identical, to last year's model. So I imagine a lot of the things that annoyed me on the original, are gonna, on the M7 I think it was, are going to annoy me on the M8. But we'll see. A lot of people love this phone, and I think there's a lot of very strong points of the device. So, you know, I'm prepared to give it another go. See how we get on. So as I say, we're going to look at the unboxing and my first initial impressions of it. Let's go. Okie dokie. So, as is my preference when I'm doing an unboxing for you guys, I haven't really played with an HTC One M8 yet in any way at all. So it will be the first time. See, that is a very nicely designed phone. I mean, even with the wrapper on. Let's just pop that aside for 1 second while we check through the rest of the box. Oh, okay, that's an actual case. Comes with it, with what looks like a pop out for the charging point and the microphone jack. Kind of nice. They're not your regular plastic bag. That's sort of a, you can hear the texture of it. It's kind of yeah, it's nice feel to it. The earphones in there, they've not been opened. I won't bother opening them. HTC earphones, they look quite nice. Imagine the cable and the charger. Yes and yes. Pop that all back in and pop that aside. Let's move on to the actual device. I should thank very much to clove.co.uk for providing me this device. It actually looks like it's brand new. It should be a review model, I would have thought, but it does look like it's not been used. So I should be very careful with it all to try and make sure I'm sending it back as nice as it has come to me. So the device itself, this one's grey. I think it feels. I mean, it almost feels slightly plasticky. That might be my imagination. It doesn't kind of feel metallic. It feels a little plasticky. It weighs 160 grams. It doesn't. You know, I wouldn't say that it feels like a heavy device. 160 grams is a bit heavier than some come out these days. Only by 10 or 15 grams, but there we go. The screen is 1080 by 1920 pixels, 441 pixels per inch density. It's got Corning Gorilla Glass 3, as you kind of would expect for a high-end device like this. The processor inside is a Crate 400 running at 2.3 gigahertz over all 4 cores. Although possibly 2.5 gigahertz, that says it's Asia and China, so I'm not sure which one this one will be exactly. But it's running on the Snapdragon 801 chipset, as is the Galaxy S5. And then there's still the Adreno 330 GPU. If we look around the device itself, so we've got a front-facing camera up here, which I think is 2 megapixel. I'll be honest, I've lost the spec on that one. On the back, we have dual 4 megapixel cameras. Now, this is what I'm quite looking forward to see. It does the whole allowing you to change focus after a photo. We'll see if we can check once we're in there. That looks kind of like two flashes. I'm trying to see dual LED tone flash. So that'll be quite interesting. Tone flash. So I assume it's going to try and sense the kind of warmth of the image you're taking and adjust. I've heard a lot of people think the camera is a bit of a weak point. So we'll have to wait and see. If we go around the edge, so that looks like a power button on the top. I believe that's also an infrared port somewhere along there. Down the side, volume rocker. Now there's two things. I'm going to have to grab my little my hole punch. I have here my tool, my SIM ejector tool. You can get them for like, I don't know, 3 of them for about £1.50 on Amazon or eBay. Let's just see what's in this side. Ooh, a little bit stiff. That's got to be micro SD. I don't believe the last year's HTC One had a micro SD slot. I could be wrong, I'm going off the top of my head. I don't think it did. It was one of the complaints that people had about it. So it's good they've addressed that, I think. And over here, that's going to be the SIM card, I assume. It doesn't particularly say there. I guess I'm supposed to look at the instruction manual, but I don't believe it's actually said. But that looks like it's going to be a micro SIM there. Oh bloody hell, there's the IMEI number written on there in the tiniest. I think my vision's got past the point of being able to read that. That's interesting. A nice big long bar just for the small thing. Anyway, dual speakers on the front as with last year's HTC One. As we kind of saw already, microphone jack and USB charging point at the bottom. I was just thinking, no, this one's not waterproof, is it? Or you would imagine not, with big gaping holes like that at the bottom as well. So, let's see if we've got a bit of juice in the battery. Speaking of the battery, it's non-removable, as you can see. 2600 milliamp hours, which is 2600. That's slightly less than the S5, I believe. And we're in. So I will just get myself all set up and logged in, and I'll come back to you. Alright, so I think I've logged into the the following advanced content pack. No charge, 50 gig about Google Drive storage. Sign in with, yeah, go on then. Are they going to give me 50 gig? That'd be quite nice. Yeah, go ahead, thank you. Didn't I just say to do that? Or is it? Straight away I'm noticing they look quite big and clunky to me, quite big and clunky icons. I hate the NFC icon. Why do I need an NFC icon on? I mean, I suppose technically, yeah, you have Bluetooth, you have Wi-Fi, why wouldn't you have an NFC icon? But anyway. Yeah, when did I last use any kind of HTC? I suppose I would have. Now, if I skip, are you going to still give me my 50? No connection. Skipped. Oh, yeah, it's got a connection. What are you mucking about for? So I can at this point log in, I assume. Alright, let's do that. I just logged into Twitter, I'll leave it at that. To be honest, for the moment, I don't use Facebook a lot. Let's keep moving. Yeah, whatever. Oh, so it's brought. What has it? This is. I was going to say it's brought my wallpaper over from my other phone. It may well now. Okay. It may well now try and restore all of my apps that I ever use on anything. Now again, I find those quite big, hefty icons, are they? Maybe not. Maybe I'm being a bit picky. Maybe that's fairly normal. What's it giving me all these errors for? It looks to be happy now. I think maybe it was just updating. Okay, so it's doing lots of updating. Let's see how many apps it's going to do. Maybe it's best I come back. Two updates, recently updated. Kid mode. Okay, so what we'll do, I'm going to put it down. Look, I'm going to put it right there. I'm not going to touch it. I shan't look around anything until I just let it update things, and I'll come back to you. There we go. We're all updated. Is there anything I want to have a look at that comes installed that I didn't know about? Fitbit, interesting. 7 digital music. Oh, no, so not much. So, what do we have? Oh, it's updated. Wasn't it updating before? Has it been a bit? Oh, yep, it's updated. Highlights. How do I set? And I'm sure this is probably not that much different to how it was last year. Active, whatever. What's it updating now? Oh dear. Has it now decided to install my raft of applications? I believe it has. I think we might put a halt. Yeah. Whoops. Let's stop that just for now. Okay. So we're on Google Plus a minute. We've got Twitter though. It's on my Twitter feed. Highlight. So is that from both? Oh no, so it's got things from Router. Oh. Want some suggestions? Blink feed pics. Okay, let's look at gaming. Our bytes. Droid gamers, no, not so much. PC gamer, go on, why not? That may well be it. Go on, why not? Let's throw those in. Sports. How do I get ESPN? Go on, let's have ESPN. Or Formula One, I'll have that. Oh, actually, let's have ESPN. Right. I don't know that you guys particularly want to see me picking this, but gives you a rough idea of what we can do. Let's have a look at technology and science. See, yeah, let's have Android Central. I didn't mean to see their feed. I wanted to tick their box. Let's have Android Police as well. Why not? Boy Genius, Boy Gadget. Quite a lot to choose from. T3, are they still going? I guess they are. I guess just the podcast that stopped. Verge. Go on, we'll have the Verge. Right, that'll do. So now let's have a look. Sure that will update at some point. Was it still downloading apps for? I told you. Oh, it has stopped. Good. Jack Brabham dead. Oh, okay. That's a is it a movie? It's not a movie. That looked to me like it was a movie. No, a little movie icon. So SB Nation. I thought, oh, maybe SB Nation's not what I thought it was. Maybe I don't want that. Google search now lets you set reminders entirely by voice. I presume I can't do. Okay, Google. No, I can't. Motor E from £69 from Tesco. Anyway, so you know, some people perhaps like that. I'm not a huge fan. So the one way it gets me my menu. What was this? This gets me my home screen. So I prefer. Yep, I know how to use a home screen. Thank you. I prefer just your standard. Now I assume if we add apps and widgets, please come on. Oh, we're up and down with HTC. Fair enough. Let's just. Okay, I need my music, so drop that on there. Then it gives us. We can add a new panel if we wanted. Oh, we drop something onto the new panel, I guess. Maybe not. So we do. Right. Is it me or am I tapping and it's not really responding now and then? Maybe. If I press home, does it always go to... Okay, so that's good. So that is my home, and that is kind of like Google Now would be on the Nexus 5, I suppose. But home is the one with me clock and me weather. Let's see what the weather looks like. London Borough of Barnet, code location. Sunny. Let me check out the window. Yeah, I would say that's sunny. It's been a little bit wet, but... Oh. Animated clouds, very nice. Hourly. HTC, they do generally, I believe, present things well. So I'm assuming this is kind of a colour theme they're going for there with that light green. Can we get into Google Now at this point? Yep. Yes, I'm in. Yep, that's been delivered, thank you. Yep, that's fine. Let's come back out of there. Folders, we can rename the folders, good, that's fine. So we'll have a quick look at the dialer. Now, can I... That's just just numbers that are going in, fair enough. Hey, why do I look all funky jazzy? Does it do that for everybody? That's kind of cool. Anyway, that's the dialer. Messages, Hangouts will look obviously like Hangouts. We're up and down here, we're up and down, yep. What on earth are we? We're not alphabetical, how do I change that? Grid size, we're on the highest one already. I always like it when I can rearrange apps. No, I want them alphabetical. How do I get alphabetical? Apps custom, alphabetical. We've got a, I didn't mean to press that. We've got a car mode, look, interesting. Right. Whatevs. Yep, agree. To turn on voice must tap with 3 fingers, interesting. Swipe up and down to switch between. So obviously they're trying to make it as simple as possible. So interesting. When it says tap, okay. Call Ben Carter. Find a gas station. Let's try that.
Just one moment. You can say your command after the tone. Say more to go to the next page.
Find a petrol station. I have gas. It's all around me. The air is gas. Just whenever you're ready, there's no hurry.
More than one location was found. Do you want to go to petrol station that is 179.5 kilometers away? You can also say the
not
number
particularly.
Of the item you want.
I'd like to go one that thanks, but you're no use to me at all. Go away. Go away now. Yeah. So, as for a petrol station, I've got to travel 100 miles to get to it. Not very good if my petrol light just came on in the car. Yes, I want to close this app. So, that's a little odd. Flashlight, fairly normal. Oh, we're on already, look. Oh, we've got 3 beams, right. Anyway, so, where is the camera? Let's have a look. So, how's this? Let's bring the old fella in here, look. I want to be able to focus on him. I mean, it does look very nice on the screen. So, what do we get? Do we get to do anything in there at all? Oh, I missed what it said. What did you say? Tell me again. No? Edit? Maybe? 3D, please. Hello? No? Maybe not? That's a 3D effect. Is that the 2 cameras in action? I kind of hope not. Let's check with the mode. Let's go back to the camera. Let's check what the modes are. Maybe there's a specific. Yeah, I am tapping. Thank you. Zoe camera, selfie, dual capture, pan 360. Do we get? Oh, no. So what's a Zoe capture? Anyone? What? Hello? The Zoe capture captures stills and video with 1 button tap capture. Okay, we don't particularly want that. No. Dual capture will be front and back cameras. Haven't switched between main and front. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't particularly want to switch between them. That's fine. So let's try once more on me little fella. It's a quick. Right, it's a quick shutter release, or quick to focus, and so let's try. Okay, what's a foregrounder? That's quite cool. I think, obviously I'm taking a picture of things that are very, let's tell you what, alright, come on, let's try let's come back out. Let's bring it a bit. No, I don't know if you'll be able to see within the video frame while I take this picture. I'm going to try and make it a bit more. Can you focus on? There he goes. Right, so I've got a picture with him right up in shot. Edit. I forgot what I'm doing now. Effects, foreground. Unavailable for close-up photos. Isn't that the purpose of it? Unavailable for. So I guess for that I need to get outside and test that really and see how it works properly. It's not. But seemed a quick shutter release. No issues there. What more can you ask for? Well, we'll see how the 3D effect works when I get outside, I guess. So, what else do you want to see from a first look? Let's have a quick look at the browser, I guess. Yep, that's fine. So let's go to the BBC News. Seems very smooth to me. Let's open a new tab, see how that looks, see how that works. So, what says 0 now? Surely. Oh, there we go. I assume. Oh no. I've got to tap the cross. Obviously, I'm being a bit thick. So the screen itself. I think that's. I don't know. Can you see that on the video? It looks pretty good to me. The good viewing angles. The text, as you would expect, at sort of 440 odd pixels per inch, looks very, very good. Very crisp. The whites, I would suggest, it's an LCD screen rather than AMOLED that you perhaps get on the Samsungs, but they look pretty good. Pretty good colours, pretty good whites, pretty dark blacks. All around pretty good. So I think that's as far as first looks go. But something just doesn't feel. I know it's supposed to feel like high quality and metallic, and just something feels plasticky about that back to me. I don't know why. Not that I have a problem. Oh, what the hell's going on there? Not that I have a problem with phones that feel plasticky. I actually quite like the Samsung plasticky thin light. So I think it's a. What is it doing? Oh, you just used motion launch to unlock your screen by swiping up. No, I just cleaned my screen actually. But I can guess that would be. Yeah, that's quite handy. Can we double tap? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Now I know. I just got to be careful because if I wipe the whole screen like that. All right. So if I do the whole screen, no. If I do a finger, fair enough. I can live with that. Seems. Yeah, I can see that being useful. So all in all, first impressions. I think it's a very nicely designed phone. I think it's the kind of phone that maybe if you're coming from an iPhone, where perhaps the design of the phone is very important to you, what people think of your phone is important to you, then the HTC, oh Jesus, give it a rest. The HTC One, I assume I can turn it off. So in fact, should we have a quick look? Let's have a quick look in settings, if I can find them. Get out of my way, Jesus. I'm assuming somewhere, what do we think it will be? Personalise? Display and gestures, surely. But of course it might not be there. A boom sound. Oh yeah, I should try the speakers really, shouldn't I? Maybe personalise then. Let's have a look in there. Maybe not. Maybe it's the security. Maybe there. Unlock media automatically. While I'm here, turn it on. Yes, I know. So surely I can turn it off. Anyway, let's not worry right now. Well, as I did just think, let's because the speakers of the original HTC One were very, very good. So you would assume that these are at least as good. Let's try. Come on. Come on. Alright, let's just go into last added then. Let's pick. Pick something I know. Come on.
You miss me? I miss all of y'all. All y'all girls standing together like that. I can't take it.
Sounds good. Sounds loud. It's clear.
Trying to wake up to your voodoo in the morning, so good afternoon, Miss Witch, Dr. Woman.
But that track has a lot of bass and it can't really cope. It tried, you could hear it trying, but it kind of came out as instead of bass. They sound pretty good. I'll do my usual sound test with my decibel meter though. We'll see how it gets on. So as I was saying, I would say all in all, very nicely designed phone. If you're fashion conscious, if you care what people think about your phone, you know, there's no denying this is very nicely designed. I will use it for a period of time. I will do some tests against the Sony Xperia Z2 and the Samsung Galaxy S5, and we'll see which one comes out top. Really. If you have any questions, let me know below. I'm aware that this video was quite a slow pace. I do apologise. I'm kind of finding my way through the phone with you guys though. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll watch more. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.